Hello everyone, this is Bruno with a new segment called 10 Minutes or Less with Bruno No BS. A very simple casual interview, no fancy cameras here. Today I have the honor to speak with Rod, owner of Ridgeworth Roofing. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing good. So I need to ask a few questions. So you just got elected as the chairman of the NRCA, National Roofing Contractors Association. So what would be your functions to the NRCA?
Well, as I start here coming up on June 1st, you become the spokesman primarily for the National Roofing Contractors Association and help lead, the association and all the volunteers for the betterment of the industry. There's a lot going on at NRCA today with pro certification, the development of the additional modules as we continue to build that program, and it's coming together. It's a gigantic lift that at the beginning we all wondered, are we going to be able to do it? And now that we got more than our feet in the water, now we're about neck deep, and it's working well. People are coming together. We've got good committee structure, good leaders that are leading this and getting the program up and running where we continue to put it together so that hopefully sooner rather than later we're going to have a full certification program.
Absolutely, brother. How long have you been in the roofing industry?
Too long sometimes. I started working with my dad on June 1st of 1975.
Woo,
so June 1st of this year, it'll be 45 years.
45 years, that's a lifetime. When did you realize roof would be a career for you?
When my dad started the company a year before I got out of high school, and my intention was to help him for a year or two and then go back to school. Well, needless to say, I graduated from the School of Roofology. I stayed working on a roof, kind of like when you and I first got to meet one another here on this call. I started as, the guy cleaning the ground, running the kettle, worked up to being, an apprentice, a journeyman, a foreman, superintendent, project manager, and then taking over and finally buying the business from my parents about 16 years ago.
All right, you mentioned to me that you have I think your son working
Yes.
for you. So how hard it is to separate business and family?
Very difficult. Probably about 10 years ago, my wife came to me and she said, I want to come work for you. She said she was unhappy where she was at. And I always used to tease her. I said, I looked at the marriage certificate. It said I married you. It didn't say I had to work with you. But she came to work, and I told her, I said, we have to make sure there's a clear divide. And when we would get home, she would talk about work more than I did. And I have some challenges with my son, when there's family doings or we go to see our granddaughters. Him and his wife have two daughters. It's interesting that, somebody's got to intervene because inevitably we start talking about work because, we spend more than half our life there.
That's true. What do you see the future of our roofing industry for the new generation coming up right now? How old is your son, by the way?
My son is 34. In fact, Thursday, he will be 35. It's his birthday coming up.
35. Okay. So what do you see? He's new in the industry, but I'm sure he's been working with you for a while. So what do you see the future of the new generation, including your son?
I think we're going to see additional change. I mean, I've seen it where it was primarily, everything was a built-up roof. EPDM was fairly new in the market. Modifieds were just coming in the market. And today, the old proven roofs that were good for, they put them on over 100 years ago, those are almost gone. It's not too often that you or I would see a 4-ply and gravel roof going down anymore.
You got that right, yeah.
So I think you're going to see you're going to see the push by different regulatory agencies. I think you're going to see asphalt and coal tar really continue to lose that market share, being taken over more by the single plies. And the coating manufacturers, I think, are really stepping up. And that's probably where you've seen the biggest amount of technical improvement and change in the market is the coatings that are coming to the marketplace giving contractors and building owners different opportunities, and to be more environmentally friendly, because I think that's going to be the big push, is sustainability, and to be environmentally friendly.
I agree with you. Going to the IRE several years, in a row, I remember that back in the days, you barely see any coating manufacturers. You've seen some, but this last few years, all you see is every single manufacturer have a line of coating products, GAF, Tropical, many others, Ivy Roof System now have a Duralast. All the manufacturers that used to do only substrate, now they decide to do coatings because they realize the potential of, a second option for the business owner, and for industry as well, right?
Well, I agree, because when people come in to see me when I'm in the office, as you and I are working from home today,
Yep.
the biggest influx of people coming in to see me are with coating manufacturers, and a lot of them from people I've never heard of. You're seeing more and more people enter that coating market. I think you're seeing, paint companies that were primarily painting contractors are now getting into this coating. As you look, everybody's got a roof, and they have to stay leak free. So there's plenty out there for all of us, and like you said, the coating seems to be the biggest growth side right now.
I believe as long as we train them well, I think that's the right path, because, in any type of situation, it doesn't matter if you're an installer, you put in a new roof, a single ply, a built-up system, or coatings. If you don't train them well, you're gonna have a lot of problems, and that's sometimes, the problems we've seen with coatings too, because there's not much training. A lot of people confuse painting, as if coating is painting, but it's not, So any message out there for the people watching this video right now? It could be towards the coronavirus too as well.
Well, I think the coronavirus is changing the way we're all going to market today. And I think it's going to be around a lot longer than any of us want. I think we're all going to have to develop better ways to protect ourselves, protect our workers, and protect our clients. As time goes on, we're all getting much better at finding different ways to reach out to our clients so that we're not infringing on their business, and we can still service them. So I think right now, and at least for the immediate future, I think learning how to work safe, keep our employees safe so that they can go home and keep their families safe is probably the most important thing for a roofing contractor.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, my friend. It was nice talking to you. Have a blessed one, okay?
You too. Take care.
Right, I'm going to pause right now.